Okay, this is part 2. We're still on May 10th for the day. I'm not sure how much more I have left. There's another article from naturalnews.com where there's a civil rights attorney in Atlanta, Georgia, is suing the city because they put fluoride in the water, and they're saying that that's a civil rights violation. And we get enough fluoride; we don't need it in our water. It's just more stuff that they know is not good for you, and they just put it in our water. On Sunday, the United States announced that 1 in 7 Americans are now on food stamps. I know you guys know, I mean, finding jobs impossible. They got 1 in 7 people need assistance for food. Because of the so-called Bin Laden kill, now the TSA has just ramped up everything. I mean, if I thought it was bad, or if you thought it was bad before, it's just going to get worse. Now they're preparing for attacks from Al Qaeda because Bin Laden is supposedly dead, you know, in the shopping malls, sports arenas, churches. They're going to be searching everybody everywhere. It's just, I can't help but keep saying the same thing. Tyranny out of control. I have a video that the UAW made, a guy I work with made. Rick Snyder, the governor, was at a parade in Benton Harbor on Sunday, and UAW went there to protest them, and I didn't think that they were actually that's organized, but you watched the video and it was extremely organized, and there was hundreds of people there protesting this governor and his new policies. It's pretty wild video to watch. It's just I didn't realize it was this bad. On Sunday there's more about the media ignoring the fires in Fukushima, and not just the Japanese media, all media. I mean, before you could find like the Russia Today, and you could find alternative media that could report on it, but now everyone's afraid to report on it because they're throwing everybody in jail. I'm just thankful there's people like Alex Jones on InfoWars that doesn't care. He's going to post everything he can possibly get. I got a cool article from the Argus Press about a jail ministry that helps inmates strengthen their Christian beliefs and help them when they get out of prison. There was a big deal Sunday. This is on mainstream news as well. You can find it anywhere, about Muslims in Egypt are burning churches. Sunday there was 12 killed, hundreds injured. Just not a lot of good stuff happening right now for Christians. On my son Charles posted a video. This is more on the tyranny stuff, you know, and I'm glad that Charles is finding this stuff and putting it up. This is from YouTube. I'm not sure where it's at. You can find it on YouTube under Teen Arrested for Asking Cop About Unwarranted Raids. Find it on Charles' page or find it on my page. It's pretty interesting to watch. Pretty scary to think that these cops, who are paid for by our tax money, have this much power and control. And that's the bad thing. They don't. One of the biggest conversations I have with other Christians is, but the Bible tells us that we have to submit to our authority. We have to obey our elected leaders, the police, our bosses. But we also have to follow the law, and that's what I'm doing. I'm asking people to follow the law. I'm asking them to follow the Constitution. These cops are not following the law. You got to have a warrant. You can't just go up and beat people. You can't do all this stuff. I mean, it's like with I'm not getting involved in the governor thing because they're trying to recall him, and to me, he was elected governor. So I mean, you know, it's a little different. But the stuff with the TSA and the government, that's just asking them to go by the Constitution. It's a pretty simple thing. Yesterday on Monday, Japan admitted that they have detected strontium at the Fukushima plant, which is the worst type of radiation you can get. There's really no chance of that coming here because it's so heavy that even if it gets in the air, it'll just go into the ocean. But then it goes into the ocean, goes into the fish, goes into our food. I mean, everything is symbiotic. It's all connected. But they finally admitted that it's there. So that's some bad radiation. I put a picture up yesterday of the TSA going through a baby's diaper at an airport. 2 TSA agents, and they're smiling, all cool. The mom's sitting there holding the baby, and she's just submitting, training this maybe to submit to tyranny, to submit to being abused, and it's just, I just cannot believe how far that we have fell as a country. Also yesterday in Japan, the quake shifted the whole country enough to where towns now, when it was high tide, it didn't affect nobody. Now there's towns all along the border that every day at high tide they flood knee high every day. That tells you how strong that earthquake was. I mean, it moved the entire country. Here they're doing New York and I think Chicago or San Francisco. This is mainstream news. I heard about this the other day from a weather class we were taking from Homeland Security. The government is going to start sending you texts on your phone. You cannot opt out. It's going to be all kind of texts on terror and the Amber Alert. There's going to be some things that you can opt out of, but like the Amber Alert and stuff. But the stuff that the government wants to text you on, you cannot opt out of. So your personal phone that you own, the government's going to take it over and send you messages, and there's nothing you can do about it, whether you want them or not. There's no signing up for it. No, it's just unbelievable. They talk about the economy is good, but yet on Bloomberg.com, 28% of all homeowners are in foreclosure or about to be foreclosed on, underwater. More on the weather. We've seen all the tornadoes and everything, and now you got the Mississippi from Memphis to New Orleans is flooding. This is major. They're talking like another Great Lake in the middle of the country. It's a lot of water. Jim announced today that they're going to invest $2 billion in 8 states. 8 states. Going to hire 4,000 people. Good news. Good news. I'm not all about bad news. From the Michigan Messenger, public employees in California have criticized the EPA for shutting off the monitors. So it's not good. You guys know, this is one thing I find funny. I've always talked about chemtrails with the airplanes and the sky and everything, and I've posted videos on it. There's government professors and scientists that admit that they do chemtrail the entire country, all except like Wyoming and Utah. And there's aluminum in the smoke that they lay, and they say they're doing it for global warming. And a lot of people don't believe it. They just say, no, it's just smoke and all this stuff. But, I mean, there's a video from April 21st, 2011, this year, where a group called We Are Change San Francisco was talking to a panelist scientist, and they admitted that chemtrails were real. They call it geoengineering, and they're doing it, and they say they're just testing it. But whenever they say they're testing it, that means it's been going on for years, and they just got caught, so they're saying they're testing. And they're putting aluminum in the sky, and this is not a good thing for the whole planet. It's not good. So, I mean, for people that you want to argue about chemtrails, the government is admitting that they're doing it. So I don't understand why people can't believe it. There's one thing. The last thing I wanted to go over here is there's 10 facts that prove the Bin Laden death is a hoax, and you've heard me talk about a lot of this stuff. But the first one was before Sunday's raid. There's been 9 times he's been reported dead, from major news sources, from heads of states, from CIA to hospitals in Dubai, all said that he died of kidney failure. That was number one. There's 10 things here. The number 2 is because every time they open their mouth, they change how the raid unfolded. You'd think that they'd have it down. Number 3 is, of course, dropping a body in the ocean and then saying it was done by Sharia law, which is the exact opposite. A Muslim has to be washed by an imam, buried in the earth with his head facing Mecca. That's not happening in the ocean. That's number 3. Number 4 is the photo from the Situation Room. They've already admitted that that was a staged photo, that they weren't really watching the video. Number 5 is the videos that are ridiculous that they said they found. The new about him watching TV and walking around the thing. The CIA has already admitted in the New York Times that they have faked bin Laden videos. They've got a look-alike, and they faked it, and they fooled the entire country. Number 6 says every single neighbor to this compound in Abbottabad said they've never seen bin Laden in the time that he's been there. Not one person has ever seen him. Number 7 is the thing about making fake, from the CIA making fake bin Laden videos. And that a doctor actually goes over the videos and points out the differences from a real picture of bin Laden to the fake bin Laden. Number 8 is that you would think that they said they found a trove of information in this house, and that bin Laden was still carrying out terror attacks. If this is true, wouldn't they capture him and torture him for years to get all the information from him, instead of just pop him in the head and throw him in the water? If he had all this information on terrorists, wouldn't they capture him and torture him to get what they could out of him? The answer is yes. Number 9 is because the government has also been caught back with Jessica Lynch and the Pat Tillman. Look them up if you don't know who they are. That was both faked, a faked rescue of Jessica Lynch, and then Pat Tillman was an NFL player who joined the Army, who was killed by his guys in his unit. And number 10 is the fact that he announced on live TV that we are safer now because bin Laden was dead. But then they turn right around and say that we're going to lose more of our rights because they're afraid of retaliation. But that's really all I got for today. So I had to do another 2 videos. But watch them, show your friends, pass them out. If you got any information, give me a call, give me a text, send me an email. And anything. Remember, pray for the best and prepare for the worst. Be good to your mom. Take your kelp. And we'll love you guys. See you later. Bye.